Hi, I'm Brady Rymer of Brady Rymer and the Little Band That Could. Well, I started performing with my brother and my buddies at school, and we just got a rock band together. I think the story is my buddy who was playing the trumpet said, "You can't play Kiss on a trumpet." So he picked up an electric guitar, and we got a garage band together, and we learned cover songs, and then it just turned out that we stuck with it. And after college, we moved to New York City and got signed in a couple of years. I performed with a rock band called From Good Homes for many years. And then when I started to have a family, it was just hard to keep touring, and I kind of wanted to change directions. And I started writing songs for my kids. And I never knew there was a, a job being a children's performer or making family music, but that's what's kind of naturally happened. A lot of times, children's music, people initially think it's kind of dumbed down, and it's simple and it's old-fashioned. But there's a lot of really, really modern, really, really creative, imaginative children's music today. So I guess the biggest hurdle is just getting it out there, getting people to give it a chance, bring their kid to a show, go out, buy a CD for the car, see what's cooking out there locally, because there's so many artists out there. There really are. There's just tons. There's been an explosion lately, I guess explosion with, kids are always being born. So there's always this new audience, And a lot of rockers have just turned to making children's music because it's fun. They Might Be Giants, Bare Naked Ladies, Ziggy Marley, the Verve Pipe. You go on and on, And so just recently from the Walkmen, Walter Martin from this band, the Walkmen. So just, I guess, getting people to know there's a lot of really great children's music out there. Well, some of the benefits of playing for kids is they don't have really inhibitions. From the first note, they just latch on to the energy that you give out, and they just take it and they go with it, So it's very rewarding that way. There's a real connect. You're very connected to the audience, and you see the families also very appreciative of this time that they're spending with the kid. I mean, who doesn't like a rock show, right? And to be able to spend it with your 5-year-old, your 7-year-old, your 10-year-old, it's a real unique and sweet experience, That and I prefer the 11 a.m. show to the 11 p.m. show now that I'm getting a little older and I'm become a dad. Well, I try not to make it approaching to writing a kid's song. I try not to make it so much different than writing an adult song. Obviously the lyrics have to change, but I think musically and from a creative point, you start from what's inside, and if you start thinking about that, it just doesn't work. So it kind of comes from the same spot, and you find that if you are making music that adults like or has just a more a soul. If it has a soul, then people are just going to respond, I think Dylan said good music or bad music, I mean, it's just got to have a soul, and so that's where I start. And then, I don't know, if the kids are doing something around the house or if something just happened in our lives, we'll incorporate that into a song, Yeah, some of the real life experiences, like I have a song called I Found It, where my kids were just walking around going, where's my skateboard? Where's my this? Where's my that? And then I found it, woo, and it's just something as simple as that, Or I remember one time when my son was about 2, and he was very, very happy that night because we went to dinner, and he grew this huge belly because, he had the rice and the beans, and he just was this fat belly. And he went to the mirror, and he ripped up his shirt, and he said, look at my belly. And it was like one of the first times in his life that he had this recognition of, this is who I am, and I feel so good about myself. So that was just a great song, look at a song idea, Look at My Belly, and it's, so that way it's really fun because you can just write these things and they become, little histories of your time together with your kids, little documents of their changes and their milestones and things like that. And hopefully they'll have a universal appeal as well. Also, Look at My Belly works well with the older crowd. Well, we just released a new record called Just Say Hi, and it came out in June. So right now we're touring. We're here at Lollapalooza. We're going, to Philly and a bunch of different places around the U.S. and promoting the new record. And just real excited to, be playing the new songs for the families. I think, we're getting some nice play on Sirius Kids Place Live and a lot of the local radio stations and web Internet stations are doing it, and we're part of this whole kindie rock scene. So it's just great, put out new music. Hi there, this is Brady Rymer with Brady Rymer and the Little Band That Could, and you're watching Grammy Pro.